that video.
Music now.
Music now.
They have their own video.
Hello, welcome
Hi.
to Screen Source, kind of episode 23, even though last week we did.
It's episode 24, technically,
24-ish.
because last week
Yeah.
was 23.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Oh.
We've
How
done
did
a-
that go? The Oscar.
it went
Wow.
well.
Yeah.
I felt like this year's Oscars was a little boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you guys think?
Boring.
Very
Yeah.
boring. Uneventful.
I thought it was
Yeah.
very rude when they shot hot dogs at people. That was very rude.
Yeah.
It should have been shirts.
It should have just not been that. They should have not done that.
Yeah.
And it should be always point blank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot dogs
Exactly.
point blank. Yeah, we got a few predictions right. The magazine, whatever we were reading out of, got every single
Entertainment,
one.
I think.
Yeah, they got all of
They
them.
got like all the predictions
It
correct.
was pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Wasn't like super jazzed about all the winners. Honestly, I'm kind of glad Oldman won, though. I
You're
liked.
glad that Gary Oldman won?
Yeah.
I really liked his.
We watched Darkest Hour like the same day, and I was pleasantly surprised at how much I liked it.
Yeah.
That was really good. Yeah. And then I was glad Jordan Peele won for
Yeah,
Screenplay. Yeah.
screenplay.
that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah, sad Lady Bird didn't win anything.
I
thought
know.
that deserved
Nothing.
Crazy.
something.
Yeah.
I'm glad that not Shape of Water, Call Me By Your Name won Best Adapted Screenplay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was my favorite of the year. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
Cool,
otherwise
yeah.
kind of a
Kind of
Yeah.
a
Nothing
bland,
burger,
A little
Yeah.
mediocre
bland.
show.
I was actually surprised to how like little Jimmy Kimmel was in it. I thought
Mhm.
he'd be in it a little bit.
Yeah.
more. For 4 hours
Mhm.
worth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, today big topic would be the Sopranos revival. David Chase, the creator of Sopranos and writer, has recently stated that he is going to be bringing back the Sopranos as a film, a prequel film. And it is going to be set in the 60s between kind of like when like blacks and Italians of the area were not the best of friends. There's a lot of the Newark riots. So there's actually a name for the film too. The Many Saints of Newark. That's what it's going to be called. What else do we know about it,
Interesting.
Jason?
I don't know much at all about it. I assume Tony's dad and uncle, I think his uncle Carmine, is that
Yep.
him? He's the old guy in the middle
Yeah,
there.
Carmine,
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
I assume they'll be in it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a young Tony Soprano, the little
I didn't
little
think
tiny
about that.
Tony.
Sure, sure.
Uh-huh.
Tiny Tony
Mhm.
will be in it. I watched a Boardwalk Empire. Didn't you guys watch any Boardwalk
I have not
Empire?
watched
I
Which is
the
on
have
Boardwalk.
wanted to, though.
It was also
good.
David Chase.
Okay.
And it
Ah,
was set in the 20s and 30s.
Yeah, it
and
looked
during-
good.
Yeah, it was kind of before the mafia was created as we know it.
Okay.
As we know it now, or at least like during the latter part of the 20th century.
Who was the lead in that?
Steve Buscemi.
Buscemi, who's also
Steve Buscemi.
in The
That's great.
Sopranos.
Yeah, he's in
Yes.
The Sopranos. He
As his
plays
cousin,
like
I think.
Tony's cousin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember if he kills him or not. I think he does.
I think he does.
Yep.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I thought
Kills
it's kind of interesting because that also takes place in New Jersey.
No, I
It's in
don't know.
Atlantic City,
Mhm.
so it's kind of like we're getting this full history of the New Jersey mob.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
Yeah.
Jess and I were introduced to it. I don't know, like 4 years ago, which is way too late. It is the voted #1 best written television show by the Writers Guild of America. So that is actually the reason we watched it,
Mm-hmm.
and I could see why it has that spot.
Yeah. It's really
Um,
good. It's really well written. It's really well acted. Like I didn't necessarily think I would love it, and I ended up loving it. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good times. I'm surprised that they're doing it as a movie. Honestly, I thought it'd be like a series.
mm-hmm.
I don't know why not.
We'll see. We'll see how it is.
Yeah. Are you
Mhm.
excited about it?
I don't know how I feel yet. We'll see.
Okay.
Like if I see a trailer and it looks halfway decent. Yeah,
Sure.
I'll-
Yeah, I imagine we won't see a trailer for a little
Yeah,
while.
it kind of depends on like who's in it. Yeah, for me, it'll depend on the actors and stuff.
If David Chase is writing it, my guess is going to be halfway decent.
It'll probably be good actors.
Matthew Weiner was also a writer for the show, who went out and did.
Latter half. He was one of the showrunners and head writers during the latter seasons.
Oh.
I don't know if he was. I think David Chase was always the showrunner.
Yeah,
but
I think maybe he was
took on
writing.
more and more responsibility.
Okay.
Which is
Yeah, and that kind of jump-started his career into getting into Mad Men, and he's under like some weird allegation stuff right now too.
Who isn't?
That's true.
Yep, they all are.
Yeah, but yeah, we're excited to see what happens with this. I honestly, personally, can't wait to see what David Chase is going to bring us. So we have a bunch of other smaller news bits this week. You want to take one, Jess?
Sure. So, well, I'll take the one about Fandango. So I guess Fandango did a survey. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Survey? And found out that its female viewers or female moviegoers actually
wait,
appreciate.
don't say it. What do you guys think? Out of 3,000 females that were polled, is the most wanted genre to be watched by females? That could have been worded a little differently.
Film genre.
The
So
most
which
popular
genre are female audiences most
wanting to see.
wanting to see?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Any guesses?
Superhero movies.
They want
Well,
more
sort of.
superhero movies.
The top genres were action, science fiction, drama, and comedy.
Yeah.
The least popular were romance, family and animated films, and fantasy.
It's kind of funny.
So yeah, I'm a bit
actually.
surprised that action was the top or near the top at least.
I mean, and I put a picture of Black Panther because, well, for multiple reasons, because it's technically it's an action movie, right? And all the females in it kick ass, and it reached the 1 billion.
yeah, I mean, reached the 1 billion mark. It's like
Mark.
1.07 billion or something.
Yeah,
The
that's really cool.
Yeah.
55th highest grossing film of all time or something like that. It's
It's doing really well.
definitely top 100.
So yeah, so
Awesome.
that's one of the topics.
I'll take one.
Sure.
Jon Favreau has been cast as Princess Leia's replacement
Yes.
in the Star Wars franchise.
And they're gonna do a lot of makeup or CGI. Do you know which
I
one?
believe he's going.
I hope
He's
it's
taking the John
makeup.
Lithgow and the Crown approach. He's just going to do no makeup,
Oh,
just light, a little bit of rouge.
I like it.
And,
A wig,
also,
though.
Wonder Woman, Chitara, and Kristen. What's her name?
Wig.
Wig, have a
Kristen
threesome.
Wiig are now they're in a relationship.
a three-way relationship.
They've announced their wedding. They're all getting married.
Yes, it's true. Did you hear about Kristen Wiig?
I did.
Yeah, you excited?
I'm always excited for Kristen Wiig.
I know you are.
I want her to pop up in every movie, like in Mother.
That was weird.
That was really weird.
It's like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
out there?
What are you doing here?
So
I
she's
had
cast as
a-
Cheetah. Is that the name of the character?
Cheetah.
Who I don't know the comic books of
I don't
Wonder
either.
Woman, but I know
Cheetar.
Cheetar.
Chitara.
Chitara.
Mm.
Yeah, I think you're right. She's the new villain in the Wonder Woman 2
I
movie.
I think that's a weird cast.
I
to
think
be
it's a
honest
weird
with you.
cast too, but
I'm
I
excited.
like Kristen
She
Wiig.
came when she popped up in Mother. It was like I argued with my girlfriend about this because she was like, Kristen Wiig should not have been in that movie, and I was like, I would normally agree, but that was like right when the movie was like going off the wheels, and I was
So
like, so
you
it
were
made
okay
sense
with
for
it?
Kristen Wiig to pop
Yeah.
in.
Chitara was Thundercats. It's just the cheetah.
Oh, that cheetah.
Oh, it's Cheetah. The Cheetah.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
I was
okay,
right
okay.
the first
Mixing them up.
the cheetah.
But,
Jean Favre is
moving on.
going to helm as showrunner and writer. No,
For a Star Wars TV show.
the Star Wars TV series that we talked about a while ago.
Yeah.
That's going to be on the Disney, the Disney streaming service.
Of course it is.
And so
Yawn.
more upsets and more yawns from people.
Too much
Boo.
Star Wars.
Not just
Yeah.
because of that, but because it's yet another male white man.
Yeah. Can we
Um,
get someone different? A woman?
No, we can't.
I'm just
Too
The
bad.
answer to that question is no.
it's just really
I'm a big Jean Favre fan though. He kickstarted the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Iron Man, and he did Iron Man 2.
He had an arc on Friends as Monica's wealthy boyfriend.
Wealthy boyfriend, and it was a really funny part.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
came up with Vince Vaughn. He did a Maid and
Swingers was
Swingers.
his original
They're both really good films.
Mm-hmm. I think they're fun.
And then more recently, one of his big ones was The Jungle Book.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
that he
I forgot
directed.
that he did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he also doing Lion King, or who's doing the
Lion King as well. Yep.
Mhm.
So this guy is busy. I'm very surprised, actually. I was surprised when he got picked up for Iron Man, and then it's just been like uphill from there. So
I mean, I like some of his movies. I think this could be okay. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know that I'm willing to spend money for another streaming channel.
what if we split these?
Maybe
Okay.
$250.
So
Yeah,
you guys are not
might be
excited
worth
about
it.
Jean Favreau.
I don't mind him as a director. I like Swingers as when I was in high school. I thought that was a good movie. Iron Man 1 is fine. I think it's fine. The other Iron Mans are fine. And Jungle Book was fine.
Okay.
And
He just makes decent.
I also
films.
don't care about Star Wars. So
And,
That's
yep.
true.
I'm not going to get the streaming service, so that news might as well not exist for me.
Zero. What did you watch the most recent Star Wars?
Yeah.
You did. And
Yes. I loved it.
is that true?
It was so good. I didn't get to do
watch
my
it,
review. I
did
did.
you? Oh.
There's like the red sand and the white, and then there was like.
So you watched
Luke.
the trailer? Is that what you're telling
No,
me?
he disappeared, and Yoda.
What's the next slide?
Okay.
That was my
back.
favorite Star Wars
So-
review.
They are back.
This is more news that most of us at the table here don't really care about, but Dylan does.
No, only half of us.
This is
So Impractical Jokers
all
is.
for you.
Whoa, no. Jessica's a big fan of Impractical Jokers and Chris Lilly.
I think I'm not as big of a fan as you are. I'm a fan, but I'm not as big of a fan.
Sure.
I think Impractical Jokers, I'm like even less of a fan than Chris Lilly.
Than
I
Chris
like
Lilly.
Chris Lilly more.
Yeah.
Impractical Jokers is whatever. But I guess they're doing a Funny or Die show, right? Or
Nope.
Funny or Die.
0% correct.
Okay, sorry.
So the
Something Funny or Die.
founder of Funny or Die, who actually is a UNM graduate, is he's one of 3 co-founders, I guess. He's doing an Impractical Jokers movie.
Oh.
I think
A
in
movie?
I think
How's
in
that gonna work?
like probably somewhere along the lines of Jackass. Is my
Okay.
is my guess. It's hard to say, or it'll be just an extended show.
Okay.
And then Chris Lilly of Australian fame has picked up a 10-episode series with Netflix, and we don't know what the premise is about.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be a
I'm
good
looking forward
time.
to that.
Most known for Summer Heights High,
Mhm.
which Jess and I are big fans of.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay! Next slide.
happy for you guys.
Thanks. You want to take the bottom one, Jason?
Do you know what it is?
BoJack Horseman something is sad, and there's a guy looks like he's in an office that's turning into an ocean, and there's some sort of a car wheel.
I actually don't know what the bottom right slide is, Jess.
So that's actually the new show that
They have they already have like
mhm.
oh cool.
Yeah. So if you want to take that, I don't really remember.
The creator of BoJack Horseman is writing a new series for Hulu.
Mhm.
Is that right, Hulu?
That's correct.
Ooh,
No.
cheating.
Is it Hulu or Amazon Prime?
I believe it's Hulu.
Okay.
And so yeah, that's gonna be big news for people that love BoJack Horseman, which I know you do.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you tried to get me to watch it for some reason.
I think it's an interesting show.
okay.
Mhm.
I see.
Yeah, it's an interesting cartoon. Have you watched it?
I've watched the first episode.
Yeah.
And I want to continue.
It just deals with it's a cartoon in the vein of a lot of cartoons, but also it deals with a lot more serious subjects, and it's got a lot darker of a premise than you'd expect.
than a like a normal American animated series.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Okay.
And their
Cool.
consequences actually mean things.
Sweet.
Show's gonna be on Amazon.
New show on Amazon. Jessica's right.
Mhm.
I stand corrected. Jessica, you want to take the top right one?
Yeah.
Terminator.
So the girl from, I believe she was in the San Junipero
Yes.
episode
And Halt and
of Black
Catch Fire.
Mirror.
Yeah, that's where I recognize
And
her
Halt
from.
and Catch Fire is going to be in the new Terminator reboot.
The star of.
Yeah.
Is
the
she
star
the
of-
Terminator, or is
I'm guessing she's. I don't know.
She's going to be playing as Arnold Schwarzenegger, playing as the
that's
Terminator.
interesting? Very good. Cool casting.
Winston Churchill.
I don't know who she's gonna be, but I really liked her in Black Mirror, so I feel like she's gonna be good. Although I really feel like they should really stop with Terminator.
They keep
Aren't
trying
they, like,
to reboot
rebooting
it.
They had one a couple years ago with Amelia Clark that
And it didn't do
not
well.
do well.
Didn't
Then
really
they
bad.
did a
and
TV
had
series.
The
I
TV
mean,
series,
let's
which
be
I hear
honest.
good things about.
You do,
Mhm.
okay.
There was the Christian Bale one, which I don't think did
I don't
very
remember the Christian
good.
Bale one.
They've
Uh.
made like 7 of them, and they haven't been popular since number 2.
Yep.
No.
Sure. Yeah.
So, I
It-
mean, I think the next one is a reboot of sorts because I don't
Yeah.
think they're
It's a
or
reboot.
Somehow they're trying to restart it because they can't just keep going at like this.
Mhm.
Yeah, as far as I understand,
Yeah.
it's not a
Terminator.
continuation.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I don't know.
She
I-
might
I
be
like
the new
her,
Sarah
but-
Connor, maybe.
What's her name?
She could be the new Sarah Connor. Yeah.
I'll find
I
out.
don't know what her name is,
I feel
but
like I
yeah.
I do know her name.
should know it.
I know it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look it
but I
up.
won't tell anybody.
Black Mirror season 5 is back. Are you all excited?
Yes.
Already? Didn't it just drop a new season?
No, they just announced a new season.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And so I am super excited about that.
Mhm.
Terminator reboot taps Mackenzie
Yeah.
Davis.
Mackenzie
Yeah.
Davis.
That's-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
She looks like a
Um,
Mackenzie.
And yeah, so I don't know. Black Mirror I think might be one of the best shows on TV
I
right
really
now.
like Black Mirror.
Can you
Yeah.
call it TV? Do we still say that?
Sure.
Best
See?
shows on
It's
TV?
still TV.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's considered television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so and the new movie would be both a direct sequel to Terminator 2, and James Cameron is involved.
Oh.
So they're ditching all the other movies.
Okay.
and
They're
just
starting from
starting off
scratch.
again. Is she playing Sarah?
Nah,
Let's see.
probably Sarah Connor then. I don't know. I don't know that I care.
Do we like Mackenzie Davis in *Halt and Catch Fire*?
Yeah, she's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I want to watch that. You recommended that a while ago.
It's great.
Yeah.
You guys would love it.
Cool.
Sweet. Okay, cool. And then that is it for the news. Up next is coming soon now with Post News, which always comes before.
Pre-tomatoes.
And so this is a game that we play every week where we talk about the newest television and film shows being released. We give them a little bit of a Rotten Tomato score, or at least what we think they're going to be, and we take our best guess. So the first one, Final Space. No. Yeah, is that the first one?
Yes.
Yeah, the Conan O'Brien original on TBS animated series. We all guessed it was going to be a 63.
What did it get?
An
80.
80.
Wow,
Yeah,
did
so
better.
it is doing well.
That's good.
Good for it.
Good
Yeah,
for
I'm happy
Conan.
about that. I'm kind of not surprised actually that it's doing okay because he has experience with animated series. He was a writer on. I don't know how long he was a writer on The Simpsons, but he was a writer for The Simpsons. And he did the monorail episode, which was really good.
Cool.
Red Sparrow. We thought it was going to be a 60. Why do we think so? Oh, because we already knew that
It
was
was
getting
doing
bad
terribly, and we already
reviews.
knew.
Yeah.
So what did
Um,
it get?
48.
Ooh, we gotta go lower, guys. Come on, we're playing too
Oh,
nice.
so
We are playing
bad.
too nice.
And then Good Girls, we thought it was going to get a 45, and it got a 61.
Yeah, we got him flipped.
Okay, did a little bit
I saw
better,
5
but
minutes
still really bad.
Of that show, as I
Uh-huh.
was flipping through
through
the channels, and it did not look very good.
Yeah.
No.
Sadly, it does not look very good, even though it has a good cast.
It does have a very good cast.
Yeah.
I will watch Final Space just because Red Sparrow keeps going down and down. I probably won't watch it. Although the trailers looked good.
You don't have to watch any of these
That's
if you don't
true.
want to.
I'm not.
But
gonna
I will
any
watch
of them,
Final Space.
Okay.
I will do that.
Honestly.
How am I going to watch TBS? Oh, Hulu probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What's coming up next?
Chugging along.
Yeah, now with Pre Tomatoes.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we got Tomb Raider
Mhm.
coming out.
Alicia
Uh-huh.
Vikander's Laura Croft
Mhm.
reboot.
Yeah.
Yep. She's got she's an archer now.
Mhm. Coming out this
Um,
Thursday.
Doesn't look good. Don't think I'm gonna see
No.
it. For the People, don't know what it is, but it's an ABC show. Looks like it's about lawyers or something related to that.
Yeah, it's
Um,
executive
Lawyers.
produced by Shonda Rhimes.
Rhimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just knew that
Shonda.
from the look alone.
Oh, Shonda.
An attractive cast
Oh,
of
how
young
I love you,
professionals trying
Shonda.
to
I might.
juggle
might-
personal and
Yeah.
Only
That's
law
exactly
firm.
what it is. That was the exact description that I read. Yes.
The only law firm where everybody's 25.
They passed the bar when they were 18 years old.
Thank you, Shonda.
And then Love, Simon.
Yeah, that is a film. I don't know if it's an independent film. Who's putting that out? I can't
don't
see.
think there's
Um,
such a thing as
it is-
independent movies anymore.
it is doing really well. honestly. I won't tell you the
it?
score. I do
You
know
already
it.
them?
Um, it's about this. I think that middle guy on the top, the good-looking white man,
kid.
as he kind of looks like you actually.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's about him holding on. He's in the closet, and so I don't know how that's going to play out. But that's the premise. That's the back of the Blockbuster video premise for Love, Simon.
It's his coming out story, which I think did we watch a trailer here, or did we see a trailer at the movies?
I don't remember either.
I saw a trailer of this, and it looked okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Again, it's doing well.
Have you seen
That's
a trailer
good.
for
Yeah.
it?
I've seen the trailer a couple times.
What'd you think?
I don't like movies that are too, like. I don't like to be told how to feel in a movie, and I feel like this is going to be one of those movies that are like
Yeah.
feel happy.
Feel
and accepting
something,
right
Kevin.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
But I have a friend who
No
read the movie.
movie.
She enjoyed it, so.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
it's based off a book.
I didn't know that.
Called
Mm.
like Simon versus the Homo sapien agenda or something like that.
Oh.
A YA thing. So
Oh, interesting.
Well,
okay.
Kevin,
yes,
everybody deserves a great love story.
it's beautiful. Did you just come up with that?
I did.
What about Harvey Weinstein? Does he
No.
deserve one?
He
Everybody.
deserves a great death
Saying.
story.
Everybody.
everybody.
Just kidding. I didn't say
Love
that on
Weinstein.
live streaming.
Oh God.
Okay, next
okay.
slide.
Wait, no. Wait, we gotta guess what the Rotten
Oh,
Tomatoes score is
oh.
gonna
yeah.
be. Yes.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Ooh, I'm gonna go low.
42.
On that. Yep.
21.
7.
Okay, so let's do a middle ground here. How about 30? Can we
30?
I actually think it'll be higher than that, to be honest.
30.
30? 30.
Are we gonna do
30.
So tomatoed.
30 for
And
Tomb Raider.
For the
For
people.
Eh,
1.
60?
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Is Shonda Rhimes produced?
Yeah, but still,
Mm,
like,
but-
Shonda, you're doing too much. Just
She's
slow
doing
down.
so
slow
much.
down,
She's
Shonda.
got that firefighter show coming
Your
out
head's
soon.
too big now. You got to stop. 60%.
I think she
Yeah.
she got picked up for like 6 shows on Netflix.
It's like enough already.
She's not like
She's insane.
actually running them.
yeah, other
She's
people are
just,
writing them probably.
like,
Producing.
People
She
are
just
coming
has
to
her
her
name
and she's
attached
signing
and is like,
documents.
It's-
oh,
it's
yeah,
like
that
J.J.
looks
Abrams.
good.
Yeah.
He just put his name on like a million projects.
Exactly.
after
Yeah, yeah.
What do you guys think? 60?
I'm good with 60.
Really?
I'm going to say
I was gonna go like
12.
80. Okay, that really curves us.
Okay.
you have the right to get rid of the lowest and highest score.
That's true. Does that mean what did you guys agree on?
Just
We
do
said
60.
60,
60.
but-
All right.
So tomato.
So tomato.
Love
So
Simon.
tomato.
Love Simon.
87.
Wow, that's high.
I can't say anything.
I'm going to say 80.
I was like 75.
You said it was high, so I'm just going off
75?
of you.
I'll go with 75.
Okay,
I'll
so
argue with you on that.
82.
82?
80 then.
80. So tomatoed.
So
80. So tomato. I
80.
think it has a
Let's
91
check
right
'em.
Okay.
now. What are you watching? Did you guys put yours in? I don't remember. I wasn't paying
texted
attention.
Yeah.
Text us. Cool. So Kevin, you saw A Wrinkly Time.
I saw
Wrinkly in Time.
A wrinkly
So
in
excited
time.
about this.
Tell us about it.
Oh boy.
Let's hear it.
None of
Kevin.
us are gonna watch
Get on
this.
your soapbox. I want to hear.
It just never came together for me.
Mhm.
I've never read the book that it's based on, so I can't really like compare it. But it's just like, just kind of floating from one set piece to the next. The acting was just bad all across the board, and it's like it's
Wow.
Oprah and Reese Witherspoon and Mindy Kaling.
Mindy Kaling in the trailers, I thought was doing a bad job.
Like like it's beautiful to look at. The costumes are great. It has like a really not good script. The exposition is awkward and just I really wanted to like it. This is the exact type of movie that I want to succeed.
Yeah.
But unfortunately I just couldn't like it, and I have very little patience for precocious child actors.
Yeah.
And the little boy in this movie drove me up the wall. So,
Yes.
and it's like a big role. Like this kid is like,
In most of the film.
and it's like it's a challenging role for an adult to play this. It would be hard, and
Okay.
so you can't really blame him. But
Is he new? Who's this kid?
I don't know.
Okay.
Some kid.
He was hatched out of the Disney labs.
Yeah, I'm not someone who like really cares about or notices like editing very much, but the editing in this movie was all over the place and it was bad.
Okay.
Just like weird, awkward transitions, and it's just like it was a very ambitious film, and I wish that it had lived up to its potential, but it definitely did not.
Was it got like a 40% on Rotten?
42
or
last I checked.
42.
It's doing real bad. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is not good.
Yeah.
So, I'm more
Um,
like disappointed than like
Mhm.
Yeah.
Was the author
It's
of
like
the book
Oprah,
a big
come on.
author? Like,
Madeline Engel.
Don't know.
The book was, I think it was like written in the 60s or something, and it's like
Older
considered
book.
a classic. Like,
Yeah.
I've never read it.
got it.
again.
Okay.
Um,
I imagine you're not going to watch this.
I mean, not probably because it's getting bad reviews, but
Sure.
Yeah.
and I don't. Yeah,
I was planning on watching it, but then I saw how bad it was doing, and I
So
was
if
like,
I watch
nah.
it on mute,
it's just heard that it's really
Still be bad.
disappointing. It's not even. Yeah.
Sucks.
this movie had a lot of hype.
It had so much hype. They
Yes.
made Barbies. I wanted an Oprah Barbie, and now
Yeah.
just,
made Oprah Barbie.
they made an Oprah Barbie. I just wanted them to keep Oprah's character's name as Oprah because
Yeah.
she's like this celestial goddess.
Oprah.
Like, here she comes.
That would be
It's-
hilarious.
It's Oprah.
It's just Oprah.
It's the goddess Oprah.
Boing,
Um,
Oprah.
So I don't know. Like,
Oh, that's sad. Okay.
is sad. It's a
Well,
bummer.
I mean,
it is what it is. Yeah.
I was saying to Kevin that like I feel like Disney does this to good directors where they like they set the bar really high and they make them like
Mm-hmm.
bite off these really high concept stories and use all these visual effects and then like I don't know, it's just hard to juggle when
Yeah.
you have nothing to ground you
Man,
and maybe
that
I don't know if that
sucks.
was a problem.
This director was their first or second film?
Ava DuVernay.
Ava
she's
DuVernay.
Ava
done-
DuVernay.
She's done a lot.
She's
done a
I
lot.
feel.
Okay.
Selma.
Her biggest one was Selma.
Got it. Okay.
There's
Okay.
Which did much better than this. So,
Yeah.
oh well.
Jess, we're watching 6 Feet Under.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we watched the
And
first
I-
episode and a half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I liked it so far.
Yeah.
It was good.
Also, like it's like top 15 or something for Writers Guild. We follow that list,
Mm.
and so that was one reason to watch it. Another is that I'm a huge Michael C. Hall fan. Dexter's
From
one of my
Dexter.
favorite show.
Yeah.
What's his name from Parenthood?
Uh-huh. Peter
Peter
Krause.
Krause, yeah.
He's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then two people from Can't Hardly Wait,
Yeah. Weird.
which I'm a huge fan of too.
Yeah, I like that movie. a lot.
The redheaded woman and then the
Amber
guy at the
something.
very end. And now that I'm looking at these faces, I kind of like, oh, this is the people I'm going to see because it's hard to tell at the beginning, like who's going to be in the show a lot, who's not going to be in it a lot.
It's
Yeah.
the family.
That's the family-ish. Have you seen this
Uh-huh.
show? Have you watched
like
all of
it?
it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. I mean, this again like was around at the same time as The Sopranos. It
Okay.
hasn't had as lasting hasn't lasted as long, I think, as The Sopranos fame has, but there are definitely some problems with it at times, but there are also some really good episodes. The showrunner his other stuff has been kind of crappy. I don't know if I trust him sometimes. He like went on to do True Blood
Oh,
and
it's weird.
yeah, so he
It's
can
a
get a
weird
little
choice.
saccharine at
Okay.
times.
Okay.
But for this show, I think it makes sense because it's dealing with death and
Yeah.
funerals and
Yeah, the
Yeah.
little
They all
commercials
work at a
that they
funeral
have are
home.
so funny. They have
Yeah.
like commercials for like embalming fluid. And
It's
just
so
like, oh
weird.
My God,
oh yeah,
it
and
is
Richard
so good.
Richard
Yeah.
Jenkins is in.
Oh
It's so
yeah, I
good.
love Richard Jenkins. So yeah, that part's great. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a great show.
I'm
It
excited
was
to
created by
finish watching
Alan Ball.
Alan Ball, yeah. it's-
Alan
Yes.
Ball. Okay.
He's 60 now, so he's up there.
Oh.
Mhm. Thank you for telling me
And then
his age.
I
You're
watched the OA
Ageism.
on Netflix, which I thought was okay. I thought the OA was okay. It wasn't. It, you know, everybody kept giving it a lot of hype and telling me how good it was and how it was like comparable to Stranger Things and all this stuff, and I was just like, meh, I don't know about that.
Was this one we watched a trailer for? And it was like a kid went missing or something.
No, that was
yes. It's science fiction / sort of fantasy.
Looks like teen drama a little
religion.
bit.
So it's about angels. Not to spoil it for you, but it's about
Ooh.
angels.
Oh.
It's interesting. It's very interesting and weird. I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's just okay.
Did you watch the whole series?
I watched the whole
What?
first season. There's only one season.
Oh,
They're
jeez.
filming the second season.
You watched
I
that like
guess.
in like a night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like these quick to get through. Ones
Yeah,
that are like
it was
6
quick. It was
episodes.
quick to get through, and it's very weird. I think that's like sort of what kept me watching it because I was like, huh, this is so strange. I wonder if it's going to get more weird. And it did. Yeah, it's okay. Like if you just want something that looks pretty to watch and that's like weird and kind of fun, yeah, I would watch it.
Sweet. What'd
yeah.
you watch, Jason?
I did not watch anything.
Zero things.
I
You've been
don't
busy.
have an appetite for new television anymore.
Movies?
No movies either.
Oh, that is interesting.
I don't know what's going on,
Yeah, you're in
but
a
I
funk.
just don't care.
Mm,
Mm.
it
yeah.
happens. Yeah.
So I watched the required viewing, and
What are you doing on your off time?
I watched some of
What's-
The Last Man on Earth. I caught up on that show.
Cool.
Still
What's
great.
that show about?
It's
The Last
Will,
Man on Earth, I imagine.
what's his name?
Forte?
Will Forte. It's great.
Mm.
It's so weird. And now Fred Armisen's in the most recent story arc.
Oh, I like Fred
And
Armisen.
he
Cool.
plays a cannibal. It's great because there's only there's very few people left on the earth, and everybody who they find is just
Is it zombie?
no.
No.
It's just like there's a virus.
Okay.
And but everybody who they find just has like no value whatsoever. Like it's like increasingly like just shitty people who are left alive.
Is it a comedy?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
probably
Yeah.
how it actually is going to be.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's not the
Are you a
funniest.
carpenter?
Nope.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like, and they had somebody who knew how to do all this stuff, and then he dies, and then like everybody left has like no skills.
That's
like they find a
awesome.
doctor, and he's like a psychiatrist, and like, it's like,
Oh, shit.
and then
Wow.
like yeah, they find this guy, and he's like a serial killer who was like in jail, and he was like he's a cannibal serial killer. So
That sounds like a good time.
Fred Armisen's
Yeah, that
great
sounds
in it.
fun.
You know what I'm
Anyway,
kind of thinking about
yeah.
watching is Sneaky Pete.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
It's
it's-
getting
I
good
don't know
ratings.
where that came from.
It's getting a lot of hype right now. It's in the 90s on Rotten Tomato. It's an Amazon original.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is it animated?
No.
Oh, I don't know what we're talking
It does sound animated.
It's got
does.
Sneaky
Giovanni
Pete.
Ribisi, and wasn't Kevin Spacey in it in the first season?
No, this is the first season.
Sneaky
First
Pete?
season.
I thought so.
Mhm.
I could
Is
be
that
Like
wrong.
just-
Giovanni Ribisi?
Could be.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
It's the guy that plays Phoebe's sister
Yeah.
in Friends.
Brother.
Phoebe's
Brother.
Brother.
Yeah,
Sister,
Giovanni
brother.
She
Ribisi.
plays her own sister.
Yeah.
I thought.
Sneaky Pete, number of seasons 2. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
it's been going on for that long.
I didn't know
O'Brien
either.
Cranston. That's right.
Cool.
All right.
So
Moving
let's
on.
go to the next one. Last week's required viewing.
All right,
In the
tell
Mood
us
for Love.
about this, Jason.
This is a movie. You all watched it. I
That's
assume.
true.
It's called
Yes.
In the Mood for Love. It's directed by Wong Kar-wai. Came out in 2000. Yeah, I don't know. It was one of my favorite movies in high school. I wanted to revisit it to see if it held up.
What'd you think?
I love this movie a lot. I don't know. It's one of my favorite movies. I think it's really beautiful. I love the story in it. Everything is so understated, and it's like nothing is blunt. There's no direct statements in this movie. Everything is like these
Yeah.
very like subtle. It's all in the subtext in this movie, and it's like this love story that's not really a love story, and everything is so withheld. Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot to say about this movie, but I'll let you guys say what you think.
I thought it was very pretty. I think my one problem with it would be that I wanted it to be a little less understated.
What is that?
The beat?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't see.
I bet it's on Facebook. Can you just X out of Facebook?
I thought it was I wanted it to be more I
was
wanted them
too
to like get
understated.
together. I
Yeah.
wanted to like see them like get, I know that was part of
can't.
the I know the tension was like supposed to be important, but I don't know. I was disappointed a little bit, but I liked it. I think it was still
Good.
beautiful, and the music was like my favorite part of it. I think.
You want to take it? You want me?
Sure. I enjoyed it. It made me sad, but like that's okay. Sometimes movies can make you sad.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch this under the best conditions. I was at work and I was bored, and so I put it on my phone and like trying to still look busy, but like also there's subtitles. So
Yeah.
That is very tough. Yeah.
Wow.
And then because I left work and because I like to have my life imitate art, I went and got Noodles Alone and finished it.
In the rain.
Aw,
Did you do like slow motion, like running
Just
in
so
the
you know,
rain?
Kevin, you can always invite me for some noodles. And like,
I
I'm
will
always
invite you
down
for
to eat
noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was
Yeah.
I was downtown early before rehearsal, and I was like, they just keep talking about noodles. I want noodles. So I went to Asian
Noodles
Noodle
are a
Bar.
big part of this film.
Yeah.
They play a very large role.
Yeah.
I do love noodles.
Third biggest character.
I actually ate some noodles today while I was watching this.
You did, and I put on the
So-
Mandarin collar shirt. We're all influenced by this
Sesame
movie.
sauce.
It was really interesting. I thought the cinematography was very unusual because there's so many static shots where the camera's just not moving and the characters are kind of walking in that hallway, like in and out. and
Claustrophobic, even.
a little bit.
Yeah.
And so like it's almost like intentionally not showing you the things that you want to see. So like you never
Right.
see her husband, you never see his wife.
You never
You
see their
really see them from
faces.
behind.
Everything is like, and it's like from like a door pane or like through a window.
Yeah.
But then there are scenes like when they're having dinner for the first time, and then suddenly the camera movements get really abrupt, and it's like cutting or not cutting, just like panning really. fast
Panning,
back
and then they
forth.
started going back to cutting.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting.
So I feel like I should probably watch it again, like on a real screen, and
Yeah.
while I'm distracted.
Yeah.
But it reminded me a lot of one of my favorite movies, which is The Apartment, and not in tone, but in terms of like plot and theme, and like time period. It's The Apartment was made in 1960. This takes place in 1962, or whatever.
Yeah, it sounds
So,
right. Hong Kong.
Yeah. So
And I think it's like there's I think like the Cultural Revolution is happening in, I might be wrong, in like China at this time. And so in Hong Kong, like basically Hong Kong was a province or a like a territory of like Great Britain. But then like they signed some sort of treaty, which now like in 2046 Hong Kong goes back to being under China's rule. And so like Hong Kong has all this culture and it has all these freedoms that mainland China doesn't have. And so like their relationship is like meant to kind of like it's supposed to be this thing that like Hong Kong can like never have. It's like this ending thing. It's this dying thing. And then at the end of the movie you see like the ruins.
Yeah.
And I thought that was like so beautiful. Because they're showing like the ruins and like how and that's like what like Hong Kong is just destined to be. It's just like it's like this big beautiful like cultural light in China, but like it's just destined to fade away. And I thought like and this relationship, which is like it's just this little spark, and it's just destined to not happen. And it is. It's very sad, but I like it a lot.
Yeah, it is sad.
I thought it was. It's definitely a slower film. It was like a bit confusing at first. Like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, the
They kept
time like
cutting?
jumps are so like the only way you can tell that like a time jump has happened is like she's in a different dress.
Yeah, exactly.
like-
And sometimes I was like, wait, was that the same dress?
No, yeah. You gotta really
Um,
pay attention.
You really have to pay attention to this film, because you're right, it is nuanced. Although everything's there for you to see. The pacing for me was a little off. It was also like for the first half of the movie, it's filmed very oddly for when the movie came out. It did feel like an older film. And I kind of like that choice, that stylistic choice. I liked the music at first, and then I stopped liking it because it was the same exact thing over and over and over, and it's very significant. It's not like just hanging out in the background. It's like in your face. Some of the editing with the music I liked. Some of the editing with the film I didn't like. Like the fade outs I thought were pretty cheesy, and some of the cuts were weird, but otherwise I did like some of the choices that they made, especially that scene in the restaurant with the panning. That was cool.
I liked how they like showed his cigarette smoke. Like it was that's really pretty. That was really pretty. I don't know. I liked that.
I read a review that said like this person what was his name, the director?
Wong Kar-wai.
He figured out a like new way to make like a risque film in some ways, and I kind of liked that. Like after reading that, I was like, oh yeah, it did feel like it felt dirty and naughty in some ways, but nothing happens.
Because it's all about like what again, like you're seeing like kind of like them from like what everybody else is seeing.
Mhm.
Like, from like
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like you feel like they're watching, like you're watching them like
Yeah.
illicitly. Yeah.
And then like the purposeful choice to like, wait, is this really happening or are they rehearsing now? You know,
And
they
that
kept
was
doing
a-
the rehearsals.
Yeah, there's another thing that I've read about this movie is that like at least in like when I studied it in film school was that like those like scenes like Wong Kar-wai, it's almost like it's a little bit meta in the sense that we like watch like movies and we need movies to kind of like figure out life. And in like the movie they're like rehearsing these scenes to try to figure out like, so it's like it's meta.
It's
in a
very
way,
super
yeah.
meta. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know that I loved the end. I kind of like this like back and forth, like what we're trying. It's like really skipping forward in the future at the end. It like
Yeah.
it does this at the very end, you know, with as far as time is
Yeah.
concerned. I was confused, like what the hell is he doing at the end? I was like, oh, he's talking into a tree. He's whispering into the
He's
tree.
whispering his
Okay,
secrets.
that's kind of cool. Weird like location.
Yeah, there's something with like Cambodia at the end, and I
Yeah.
think it's like that when the
That's when
Cambodian
Pol
War-
Pot,
yeah, Pol Pot.
right? And the
I don't know what-
Cambodian genocide, maybe.
Yeah.
Was it
And
during
like
that
yeah, I
time?
think
which is
it
weird
was.
because like
Yeah.
90% of the movie is like 4 locations.
That's
Yeah.
how they used to kill
And then at the very
babies.
end, it just starts jumping
They would
around.
bash them against
Um,
trees.
so again,
Really, really
pacing
bad.
was just kind of weird for me. Overall, I don't think I loved this movie.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is lauded though. I was like checking like what other critics think of this movie, and it is it's like on like every like top 100 list for like international films, Chinese films, romance films. I just maybe it just wasn't my kind of love movie, and like and it was a love movie, right? It's in the title.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a love movie that doesn't
It's not
go the
in your
way that it
face the
usually does
way
in
love
movies.
Yeah.
normally
Like there's the
does.
one
that.
scene like towards the end when he like finally is like, I'm moving, and like they finally say he finally like kind of confesses his love to
Yeah.
her, but like, and then like
'Cause
they
it's
try
never
to
been
like,
verbalized.
rehearse like them breaking up, and she can't do it, and she like just cries, and that's like the most emotion you get
That's
from
the
the whole movie.
kind of the coolest part.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, it hasn't happened yet, or this is remember
Yeah,
this
it's
is just a rehearsal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what an definitely an interesting film. I'm glad I watched
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you for indulging me and letting me.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
liked
no.
it.
You'll watch it again.
I wanna,
liked it.
happy to revisit.
Especially because it's so un-American. This
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
So yeah, it's nice to see kind of culturally what other people are doing.
Yeah, I
Uh,
enjoyed that. I like the cultural aspect of it.
Yeah.
And I
Oh, and the
really-
rice
I-
cooker. That was a cool
the
part.
rice
yeah.
cooker made me laugh. I was like, oh, the rice cookers were like,
They're all
So
staring
cool.
at it around the table.
It's ready.
it's like,
It's
buy
ready.
me one of those.
That was cool.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you choosing for us next week, Jess?
Well, I am choosing Life is Beautiful because it's kind of within the same vein as it's another foreign film that I love. It's an Italian film, and it won all kinds of awards, and I just think it's a beautiful movie. I think it's
Should have been called
funny.
Movie is Beautiful.
It's funny. It's got some parts that are really lighthearted. It's also really sad. I mean, it just like runs the gamut, and I will let you guys form your opinions about, and I won't give away the plot.
I have a
I've
feeling they've
seen
both
this.
seen this.
I've seen it, yeah.
So everybody's seen it except
It's
for
been
me.
a long
Okay.
time. but
The
I've
only
seen it,
person.
yeah.
Maybe we'll get Scott to watch it too.
Maybe.
It looks like just like time period and stylistically like Cinema Paradiso.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Mm.
I would say, yeah. That's
Which is a
probably-
movie that I really like. And speaking of, let's talk about this game that we have next. I was like, you know what? We're watching a lot of foreign films and talking about them. Let's play a game called Last Foreign Film Standing, where each of us eliminate a movie, and we'll see which one is the best one of all time.
'Kay.
This is the one.
I
They all
know,
deserve to
they're
win.
all really good. You are correct.
So, who wants to start? I can
go.
start.
Go ahead, Jason.
Go ahead.
Oh boy. I am going to get rid of. I know which one I want to win, so I feel like I should get rid of its. Should play by Survivor rules here and just get rid
It's
of
competitor. You son
But
of
I
a
won't.
bitch.
I'm gonna get rid of I'll get rid of the girl with the dragon tattoo because I
Okay.
haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
It's
Okay.
good. I like the Swedish version better than the
That's what I've
American
heard.
version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next?
Well, that would have been towards the top for me. It's one of my favorite books too. I'm going to get rid of Spirited Away.
Ooh, wow.
I do not like this film. I like some Miyazaki films. I do not like
I'm
this
okay
Miyazaki
with
film.
it. I think it's okay. It's a little too like weird for me. I'm more of a I know.
I'm getting
Digi,
getting
sorry,
getting
sorry,
bad looks
Digi.
from our producer.
Sorry, Digi. Yeah.
So Amelie, what are you gonna get rid of? I'm talking to you.
Oh, what am I gonna get rid of?
What? Yeah, I got rid of Spirited Away.
Oh, you did.
Yes.
Shit. That's what I was gonna get rid of. Oh no. Well, I haven't seen Pan's Labyrinth,
Mm.
and I'm sorry that I haven't seen it. But I am gonna get rid of it because I haven't seen it, and I can't. I'm sorry, Digi. I'm sorry. I can't weigh in because I haven't seen it.
It's also one of my least favorite Guillermo's.
So
Okay.
you're getting rid of Pan's Labyrinth.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Well, then I'm getting rid of Life is Beautiful.
Okay.
Nice.
Fair.
Kevin, no.
I haven't
I've only
seen
two
it.
of these movies. One of them's Life is Beautiful, which is okay, and Pan's Labyrinth, which is one of my favorite movies.
Wow.
So
It's
Okay.
coming back to me. Do I get?
I
or
think
is
you
it
get
Digi?
final choice.
I'm gonna get rid of A Cinema Paradiso.
Okay.
Leaving
Amelie.
Amelie.
I love Amelie.
Yay. Very cute movie.
That movie was very important to me in high school.
Really?
It's a really
liked
good
Man, you
it.
watched a lot of foreign films in high school.
Yeah, I was a movie nerd in high school.
Movie nerd. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
See Amelie, Kevin.
is it on Netflix?
I don't know.
Well then I
It's
have
so
no
good.
excuse.
And by the way, Life is Beautiful is on Amazon Prime. And those of you who already watched it, you don't have to rewatch
I'm
it.
sorry, I didn't mean to be vindictive. I just really
I'm sorry. I couldn't weigh in because I haven't seen it. It's the only one I haven't seen.
You don't like Pan's Labyrinth?
I actually saw it when I was in high school, and I remember not liking it. I want to revisit it though.
We'll probably rewatch it because I loved
Yeah.
what just won best
Great.
Shape of Water.
picture, Shape of Water.
Yeah.
So
I was
probably
also
like it.
like
Shape of Water is just okay.
very like it like was like completely is the exact opposite of what I was expecting the movie to be. It's a movie about war. And I was like, oh, that is not what I thought this movie was gonna be at all. I thought it was gonna be about dragons and weird guys and
Well,
like
there's some weird guys. in there.
yeah. And that character is one of the coolest characters I've ever seen
The
on
hand
film
eye
and
thing,
ever.
yeah.
This guy Guillermo del Toro or whoever does costume design needs to make the Zelda movie. If there ever is one, because it's
makes
the
sense.
perfect marriage, right? You agree? Yeah.
I had not thought of it until this exact
Yeah.
moment.
except all video game movies tend to be terrible,
I'm
which
pretty
is
sure that a
sad.
Zelda movie by Del Toro and his team behind Pan's Labyrinth would not be terrible.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, Guillermo for Zelda. That's my new hashtag.
All right.
Um,
So
Amelie's a good
won.
one.
Amelie's
Yeah.
I love
Good choice.
Amelie. But mainly because I
Sweet.
get compared to her a lot, and I'm like really flattered when people
Aw.
compare me to her. So,
There's
Talk about a good
It-
soundtrack.
the
Striking
skin.
resemblance.
It's the skin.
well,
the
she's
haircut.
French. I'm also French.
I'm just kidding. It's
Yeah.
mostly that hair, I think. And you have the French nose. Yeah. Let's all sit and analyze Jessica for a
No,
second.
no.
Nope? Okay.
No,
All right.
no. Next slide, please. No.
All right, in our last segment before we actually do a kind of like separate thingy, I want us to watch 2 trailers, and then we're gonna cut, and then we're gonna do a little Facebook reaction to what is it? I can't remember what it's called. Digi, our second to last slide, Lost in Space reaction. If you guys are interested in doing this,
What
Lost
is
in
that?
Space.
we will find out. So let's watch these 2 trailers first, and we're gonna start with what's it called? Wreck-It Ralph 2, which I'm being told is a full trailer.
All right, let's get you plugged in.
Whiffy, or is it wifey?
Why don't we just go in?
And we are online. Whoa, cool.
Ralph, isn't this great? We are going to the internet!
Super excited. Just one minor thing. What is the internet? Oh, holy cow. Look at all this stuff.
Congratulations, you're a winner!
Really?
These 10 child stars went to prison. Number 6 will amaze you.
That sounds interesting.
Redirecting to eBay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next item up, a black velvet painting of a sorrowful kitten.
Oh,
It's like it's looking into my soul.
Yeah, that one's really gonna haunt me for a while.
Whoa, games.
Pancake. Milkshake.
Out of my way, kids.
Pancake. Milkshake. Milkshake. I'm starting to understand why people like this game. Very zen. Milkshake.
Hey, look what I found! More pancakes!
Let's speed it up. Pancake, 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 pancake,
No.
pancake, 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 pancake. Eat, little buddy. Eat.
Ralph, you might want to try feeding the kitty for a little while.
No, the kitty gets the milkshake. The bunny gets the pancake.
ew. Oh no, no.
Review?
The
movie?
No.
I've never heard of the TV show Review.
The Andy Daly.
What is it like this?
He just reviews like everyday things.
Okay.
And then he does reviews on them. And people give him suggestions. And one episode is called Pancakes, Divorce, Pancakes. And he has to eat like 50 pancakes
Oh.
and get a divorce. The next thing he has to review is eating 50 pancakes.
That is
Oh my
gross.
God.
Best episodes of TV.
That reminds
Oh
me of
my God.
Community, the old man. He would do food reviews at the end with
Yeah.
like just like a
Pizza
regular bag
is
of
frozen.
chips
Yeah.
or
Frozen pizza.
and it's like super short, like crunchy, salty. I'd recommend it. And just starts rolling it up. So that John
That
C.
looks fun.
Riley. I didn't realize that was Sarah Silverman.
Really? Have you
Yeah.
seen the first one?
I have, and she kind of looks like Sarah Silverman, like a little
Yeah,
tiny version of
little
Sarah Silverman.
little girl version.
Yeah, honestly, I thought I would like the first one more. I do like it. I don't love it.
I love the first one. It really surprised me.
See, I was the opposite. I was like waiting to be super surprised. But also, it was a movie about video games, so I was holding it to a kind of a
See,
higher
and I
standard.
have like no
video game.
video
yeah,
game
yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I
knowledge
want to
or
watch
care.
it.
Yeah.
So
My-
I've heard nothing but good things about it. So.
My niece had a Wreck-It Ralph themed birthday when she turned
Aww.
4, and
how
she was
cute.
the little.
Were
Sarah
you
Silverman
Ralph?
Character. No, my
Oh.
brother-in-law was Ralph.
Okay.
My nephew was Fix-It Felix. She
Aw.
gave him a little hat and hammer. And
That's
then,
adorable.
my niece was what's her name? Sarah Silverman's character, the Vanellope. Yes,
Oh.
it's really fun.
Cute.
Yeah.
It's a cute movie.
I would have
for
pegged
sure.
you for loving the movie, did you? It's a video game. Yeah.
Is anybody gonna watch this film?
Yeah.
Like Ralph too?
Sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'll watch the first one and then I'll probably watch this one. I don't
Sure.
know if I'm gonna go to theaters to watch it, but
Can we
Yeah.
make it a date night? Can you guys all promise me right now?
sure.
I cannot. You've not given
I
me
have a
any
movie
details.
pass, so I'll see
What?
anything.
Date night for this?
Yes, I will go see this with you.
Yes. You can't come, Jess. So the next.
I would feel more comfortable if you were there. Okay.
I'll come.
We're gonna watch the teaser trailer for Christopher Robin. I have not seen this
Oh,
yet.
I just watched this.
1 minute.
We've called an emergency meeting this weekend. I promised my wife and daughter I'd take them away this weekend, sir. We need to cut 20%. You were promised these people good jobs. I thought you'd do anything for this company. Well, have a good time. What to do, what to do, what to do. What to do indeed. Who? Christopher Robin. I've cracked. Oh, I don't see any cracks. A few wrinkles, maybe.
How adorable.
Having some very conflicted feelings.
Yeah, I don't know know how I feel, but that bear is so cute. I just love Winnie the Pooh.
I have a question.
personally.
Would it have been better if they would have had the 2D animated bear?
Maybe.
No, I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
This is very Ted-like, right? The movie Ted.
This is just a
I
sequel
actually
that
did
said.
see. I actually did think that. I was like,
Yeah.
because it's about a bear that
Talks
CGI
to a
bear
guy.
that talks.
I loved Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah,
So
it's
did
the best.
I.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh's adorable.
Was my favorite, and so I can't not like feel something, but also like it's a little uncanny valley.
Yeah, it's a little creepy
I
looking.
feel like that's what I'm gonna see when I die. Is this CGI
Winnie
Pooh
the
welcoming
Pooh?
me to the wherever?
Wherever.
Come,
Wherever
I'm
you go.
going.
come to the afterlife.
So I
Pooh.
And
Join me, Kevin.
I don't know. Dylan and I always sing when we wake up. We not always, but sometimes
A lot of
we get the
times.
urge. We say, "We sing
Gotta
out,
get up,
gotta get go."
Which was like the newer Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
It wasn't the original song.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like my age of Pooh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'll give it props for not going full Peter Rabbit and just like completely shitting on a classic
Right.
like
Yes. They took it
children's
seriously.
story. I don't know if they are going to take it seriously, but it seems like it has a little bit more going on. But that being said,
I'm
Who
liking,
knows?
Still,
I'm liking the
it's,
cast. The voice is exactly how I remember Pooh sounding.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
that guy's been doing Pooh for a long time.
Yep.
Mm.
He has
Um,
been the voice of Winnie the Pooh since the first
yeah,
show.
I mean,
right?
right.
Mhm.
What?
I have no
yeah,
clue.
not for the movies, but like I think for the cartoons and for our generation.
Oh, and I remember that Tigger movie being good.
Yeah,
What
it
is
was
the
good.
name of that Tigger? I used to watch a lot with my niece.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Tigger
Are
movie.
the other
It might be called the Tigger.
are the other ones coming?
The Tigger. The Tigger. The
It's
Tigger.
pretty
What?
cute.
The
Yeah,
Tigger movie. I
it's
did
cute.
it.
It's called
Are the other ones coming back? Are we
Tigra.
going to see some Piglet and Tigger? Or are they? Is it
Well,
just Pooh?
come on. They're not gonna not have Eeyore. Like they have to,
Aw.
right?
I love Eeyore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also just
Eeyore
it's
is
a
like
sacred,
my life.
sacred story
All about
material.
Pooh.
Yeah. I
So-
think it's gonna be a real donkey.
Yeah, Pooh is great.
It's gonna be a real donkey, and they're gonna
In a
tear
weird
the
way.
tail off.
Associate with
There you
Eeyore
go.
a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, and that is it for Screen Source. We are going to jump over to Facebook and watch do a Lost in Space trailer reaction. And so head over there. Do you want to do your announcement now?
I do have an
You
announcement.
do have an announcement.
This will be my final show for Screen Source.
So
for-
sad.
For now.
For now, okay.
I just got a lot on my plate at the
You
moment. And
Yes, we're just gonna keep the seat empty until you come
Good.
back. Yeah,
Please do.
and we'll still talk to you as if you're there. Yeah.
What do you think? Also, I just feel like Sundays at this point I'm pretty
Wiped out.
wiped, and
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not bringing my best to
You
the
have a
show,
crazy
so.
weekend most weekends. Yes.
So yeah, just I won't be far, and I'm happy to come back as a guest.
We'll
at
just
any
Skype
time.
you
I'm
in. You
welcome.
could like from your couch, just like,
Hey guys.
hey guys, that trailer sucks. Next.
Skip.
Yes, I had a very fun time doing the show.
Yay.
And thank you for inviting me to join.
Of
and
course.
putting up with all of my
Sure.
soapbox moments where
We got it. We should
You
have
need
gotten you a
someone
literal
to be on their
soapbox.
soapbox,
Yeah, now there's
you
gonna be
know?
no soapboxes.
I feel Jason still gets on his soapbox.
I'll have to up my game, I
Mhm.
suppose.
More of this.
Mm-hmm.
More caffeine.
Caffeine.
get more
this
mad
is
about
not.
things.
This is sparkling
Just like
water.
throw things.
Yeah, I want to see you get mad about Lost in Space.
I think
Yeah.
I'm definitely in. There's a real leadership void without Kevin, and I'm just gonna warn you. I'm gonna take over, and
Ooh.
I apologize to everybody in advance.
Oh,
I'm gonna be a real tick.
It's okay.
Kevin was he was a real. It was a real check and balance situation.
Yeah.
And with his
we
absence,
we need a ball
it's-
buster.
I'm-
It's just the way it's got to go.
well, if that's what it took, then
All right.
happy to make that sacrifice.
All right.
Well, we'll miss you and we'll love you.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep.
We'll
and-
see you every week.
We'll
probably
see me
still.
all the
And
time.
you should still come back. Yep. Eventually. Great.
Yes. Cool. So thank you. Bye. Twitch.tv/Color Ticket Live every Sunday at 6 p.m. MST. Head over to the Facebook page if you're hanging out there. I wasn't even looking at chat this whole time. Who knows? Who knows? Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.